Hey guys, welcome to today's vlog. Snowball, come, sit down. He's getting a little cranky. Anyway, today's vlog is going to be very different because we are going to give away a camera, right? We have an anonymous sponsor who has given us cameras and we are going to give away one camera today. Now, I personally like to call this a spy camera because it is so small and yet it is able to capture quite nice images. A camera is very important nowadays because of all the stories that we have heard. LTA people pushing down e-scooterists, e-scooterists banging into other people, cars banging into e-scooterists, even bicycles colliding with each other. Very important in the country as such because people here may not have the grace that you find overseas. People here may not have the kind of awareness that you find elsewhere. So it's very important to have a camera in a place where, you know, people are just bumping around. We will be giving out the instructions of how you can get this camera in today's video. The third thing which I like to share with you is something that I really feel very sad about. Now take a look at this. This guy, he got injured. And you can see it's not a small injury, it's a really bad injury. And why is this happening? Because non-pedestrians these days are being treated like drug peddlers. The LTA will sneak up on them, they will hide at the corner and try to catch them. Now I'd like to share with you a first person's description of what really happened during this event. Now this person says, my job is working as a food panda delivery personnel and I am using a PMD. I earn a living for my 3 children and my wife. This afternoon, the LTA and the green man had a big operation at the Jurong West area. It happened around Jurong West, block 679, across the traffic light. A friend of mine who uses a Duotron for work was there when the GM, green man, asked him to stop. Now he has only one scooter for work and he is a full-time food panda delivery personnel, so he had no choice and he had to dash off. And this was what happened. The plainclothes LTA enforcement officer gave chase. So what he did was he took off his big panda bag, the big food panda delivery bag. He took it off and he threw it off on the ground. And luckily he did not fall. As he was trying to go off without the bag, the LTA enforcement officer tried to pull his bag. And then, because the bag was on the ground, and then the enforcement officer used his own motorcycle and chased his friend. So the enforcement officer chased the friend who was on a Duotron. Basically, in Singapore, Duotrons are non-compliant. But when asked, the enforcement officer said he was following, not chasing. And anyway, my friend had no choice but to make a turn at the pavement. And that was where, because of all the speed and stress and rushing, he flipped and he ejected from his PMD. And the next thing that happened is what you see in the picture. Probably a broken neck. When I saw him, he was blur, unconscious. And when I asked them, they said that it happened because he probably hit his head on the ground first. He couldn't really respond or talk. Well guys, this is what is happening in our society today. E-scooters, PMDs, bicycles. All these people who don't walk, they are really treated like drug peddlers. They are being chased down, hunted down, and really treated and ostracized in such a manner. In a society which we try to bluff ourselves and pretend that we are very technologically savvy. We are not. We are far behind many other countries, even in our attitude. If you think about it, many of these e-scooters were purchased even before all these ridiculous laws came out. So these people were compliant in that sense. There was no problem with their e-scooters, nothing wrong at all. Then suddenly the law came in and made all these people become uncompliant. Basically, they became from legal to illegal overnight. And that's what's happening. And then you ask yourself, why then are these laws being set up? These laws are set up because of the people who abuse the system. But in everything, there will always be people who abuse the system. Whether it's a knife, people can use knife for right reasons or the wrong reasons. And even in e-scooters, bicycles and vehicles, they can be used for the right reasons or the wrong reasons. The problem is this, the laws are here because of these people who break the laws in every way. They go on the road, they speed on the road, they're really dangerous, they don't give a care about anyone around. But the problem is this, these people go around places in which LTA will not go to. They are the people who don't follow laws. They are the people who don't really go to school. They are the people who just skip school and go e-scootering past midnight. And LTA do their searches and all their ratings in the morning. So the people who are affected are basically the people who are the innocent ones, the ones who try to comply. And those who do not follow the rules They come out at odd hours and LTA does not catch these people. So the problem remains unsolved. Why are cyclists, e-scooterists and basically non-pedestrians treated like drug peddlers? Why are they treated like as though they are illegal people and they need to run away from the LTA? They need to speed away, they need to run and hide from the LTA. Why? Why have our nation caused people who are legal to become illegal? Why have they caused people who are compliant to become uncompliant and treat them like drug peddlers? Furthermore, those who break the laws are those who buy the really expensive e-scooters. They're costing like 2k, 3k, 9k. They cost really expensive. They come with dual motors. They come with a huge stand and everything that makes the e-scooter really comfortable and very fast. Whereas the ones who purchase smaller or cheaper e-scooters actually use them for work, for general commuting, or even, for general travels. They are not the ones who break the laws. But the problem is that all these e-scooters were purchased long before all these ridiculous laws came out. So do you expect everybody to just throw away all their e-scooters? Nobody would do that. No one would do that, right? It's illogical to expect people to just throw away all their expensive e-scooters just because you came out a new law. And that's why nobody will actually follow that stupid law. The main thing that I'm trying to share here is that whatever is being done by LTA seem to be pointless, seem to be very useless, and seem to be affecting the wrong group of people. And why are these people making noise? Think about it this way. If supposing you have a sibling, your sibling does something wrong, and because of something wrong that your sibling does, I do not scold your sibling, I do not punish your sibling, but I turn around and I punish and scold you. That is exactly what is happening. LTA is trying to catch, fine, and punish the users who are trying their best to be good on the road and the pavement, but they are not punishing the people who are coming out at night and doing everything silly and stupid. If you were in such a situation, you would understand why it is so unfair and why you would start to complain. Here is the part where we share about how you can win yourself a camera. Think about everything that we have shared in this video. One of the most important things is to have a camera everywhere you travel, especially in a country like Singapore, because people here may not be as honest as you think they are, and people do really stupid and silly things. So because people do all these kind of funny things, it is very important to keep yourself protected by having a camera. We have heard cases of LTA pushing down riders. We have heard of many cases of abuse here and there, whether for the e-scooter or even the riders, or even as we have seen thumbtacks or even people getting injured. So it's very important for everyone to travel around with a camera to protect yourself, and because of that, we are giving away one of these camera. This camera is actually sponsored by someone who wants to remain anonymous. This is the Sports Mini DVR camera that we will be giving out in this video, and here is how you can win this. First of all, I'd like you to like and share this video. It's very important for everyone. We need to understand the problem before we can find the solution. And if we think that there's no problem, then there will be no solution. So the first thing that I want you to do, like and share the video. The second thing I'd like you to do is to go to the comments below and share with me what you do with your bicycle or your e-scooters. Like whether you use it for your leisure time with your family, like you go out as a group and therefore a camera is very important to protect you as well as the group, or maybe you're using your bicycles or your PMDs on the pavements to do delivery work, right? So you need a camera to protect yourself as you're traveling, not just on the pavements, but also as you're doing a delivery in case, someone says something wrong or does something wrong with you. So at least you capture it on your camera. There has to be evidence of what's happening. Otherwise, in a country like this, people start to tell stories, start to tell a lot of untrue things. And therefore, in such a place, you need such a thing. One of you will walk away with this camera. So do share in the comments below what you use your device for. Like and share this video, and we will announce the winner in next week's video. Alright guys, so thank you so much for joining us in today's vlog. I hope that you guys enjoyed yourself. I understand that today's vlog is a bit dense. There are a lot of things that we shared in here. We shared a lot of videos, evidences, and even stories that I hope that will actually touch you guys and will help you to understand the whole situation and the truth behind what is happening. That we will begin to move more in a cohesive manner, that we will begin to understand more the difficulties on each side and begin to compromise, begin to live as humans do. More importantly is to understand the fact that life is actually very complicating and we cannot see things in a book manner. And that's why for many years people say that Singaporeans are very straightforward. There have been many incidences that have hinted on this straightforwardness of Singaporeans, the lack of creativity, but it's very hard for the government to change. It's very hard for them to change. But we shouldn't focus on what the government is doing. We should focus on living our lives ourselves as human beings. We have to live ourselves as human beings. We cannot allow authority to strip off our human being emotions and feelings and the ability to live as a human. Alright, thank you so much for joining us once again. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope that you can share this with your friends. It's really important for everyone to know. And for those of you who have been following everything, and giving way and living and compromising with others cohesively, thank you so much. Thank you so much for making the society a much better place. We're gonna end everything down here. See you again next week. Stay cool, stay awesome, and be best always. Bye.